All right, what's going on, guys? We are still kind of on the Santa Fe River. I'll explain. So the Santa Fe River, at least at this point, kind of splits off into two. And you got the main stretch of river here, and you got this little small, it's not really a creek, I don't think, but it's like a smaller little section of the Santa Fe that kind of curves around. It only goes for a very small amount of distance, so it's not that big. But that's what we're going to be fishing. So we're going to kind of leave the darters and shiners alone. I'm kind of done with those for now. We're going to just try to get some panfish, some smaller Suwannee bass, something like that. The water here is very shallow, shallower than it was when I fished here last year. And I know Central and North Florida have not gotten too much rain over the last, I don't know, several months. So they are in a little bit of a drought, so the water here, well, there's not much of it. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully there's fish here, and hopefully we can get some, because so far this North Florida series has not been going according to plan. But let's give it a shot, and let's see what happens. All right, so here we are. Here is the creek, and I say creek even though I don't think creek is the proper term for it. So straight ahead there is basically a little island. On the other side of that is the main Santa Fe, and then kind of over there is where the fork kind of happens. So the main Santa Fe is on the left. We got this little thingy here, and if we look all the way over here behind me, hopefully you can see that over there. That is the main Santa Fe once again. So there's the mouth of this little thing. So all the water's flowing out this way. So we're just going to be working our way upstream here. We'll see what we can get. Here is the lure. It's a little, well, it's called a green pumpkin, but this thing looks purple to me. It's a green pumpkin Nico caddisfly. So yeah, there's not much water here. We are going to be waiting it at least for a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't get too much deeper, and hopefully there's no gators around here. And if they are, hopefully they're small and leave me alone. All right, so let's go ahead and let's make our first cast upstream. That didn't go too far. Probably should have used a heavier jig head. But yeah, let's work this thing back in, and let's see if we can get some smaller panfish or something. Oh, that was quick, right on the drop. We got our first fish of the day, third cast. Appears to be a nice little spotted sunfish. Let's take a look at this guy. All right, so our first fish of the session, beautiful spotted sunfish. Now, I don't know if we're in the area where the spotted sunfish and the red spotted sunfish intergrade start to happen, but this one does have actually a pretty good amount of red on it. I know the red spotted sunfish do have that red on the back of the dorsal and on the tail, but I don't know if we're in the right area for those. I think it's just a spotted sunfish, but not that bad of a start. Third cast, we got ourselves a nice little spotted sunfish. Oh, fish on. What is this? Oh, it's a juvenile bass of some type. Let's take a look at this one. All right, so unfortunately, right as I was taking a picture of that guy, he kind of flopped off the hook and back in the water. So I think I got one good picture of it. But it was a little juvenile Suwannee bass, really cool. Only my third ever Suwannee bass, I believe. But so far, this little creek, even though it's not a creek, is off to a good start. 4 casts, we got 2 fish. Let's see what else we can get out of here. There's a fish. This one's a little bit bigger, I think. Not really, just pulled a little bit of drag. Another little spotted, really small spotted actually. All right, so either my drag is set too loose or this guy is super strong because he even pulled a little bit of drag, but it's a tiny little spotted sunfish. So I'm not expecting any real big fish back here, but these little sunfish and those little bass, either Suwannees or largemouths, whatever is going to be back here, should still be pretty fun. Oh, there's a fish. This water's super clear. You can see these guys hit. Such a fun way to fish. Another little spotted. Yeah, so this is another absolutely gorgeous spotted sunfish. Don't get to catch these guys too often. They are found all the way down in South Florida, but the only spot in South Florida I've ever been able to find these guys in is the Everglades. They don't seem to be in any of the kind of, I guess, suburban waterways, like where people live. They're just kind of out where people don't live. So, cool catch. Let's keep going. Oh, there. Oh, that was another one. As soon as this hit the water, I saw two, what I believe are some sort of sunfish, swim over and hit it. So let's make a cast toward that same spot again. There it is. Let's get this guy in. Again, right as soon as this hit the water, this guy was all over it. Another beautiful spotted. Yeah, so just another absolutely gorgeous little spotted sunfish. A lot of fun on this ultralight. Let's get him back and let's keep going. This has been the best session of my North Florida trip so far. Oh, there goes. One's coming over. Got him. I am casting, how far away is that? I don't know, 30 feet? And I could still see these guys so clearly as they swim over to hit it. Appears to be another beautiful spotted. All right, so there is our fourth or fifth gorgeous little spotted sunfish. Love this spring-fed water, just so clear. Beautiful water, beautiful fish, beautiful day. Let's get him back and let's get back at it. All right, so what's interesting is, as I've been making my way upstream here, the water's gotten a little bit shallower and also slower moving. And I think because of that, there are less fish back here. So I haven't had a bite now in about 10 minutes. All that action you've seen so far in the video happened maybe during the first 10 minutes. So it's been a tale of two different sides of the creek here. But let's keep going up. Maybe we'll find some deeper water. Maybe we'll find some more fish. Like that. What is this? Oh, this is another bass. Is it a Suwannee or a largemouth though? Those are the two species found here. I think it's a largemouth. Let's take a look at it. All right, so I guess unfortunately this is a largemouth. I would much rather prefer the Suwannee just because I don't get to catch them too often. But this is my first ever largemouth out of the Santa Fe River. When I fished here last year, I got 2 Suwannees and no largemouths. Today, 1 Suwannee, 1 largemouth. So let's keep going. See what else we can get. There we go. Got ourselves another one. What is this? Little spotted. All right, so this is probably the ugliest looking spotted sunfish of the day. Really no colors on it at all. And I don't know if it's just me, but in the water, these guys look a lot like bluegills. Like this one's a little bit duller in color, so it might have makes a little bit more sense. But a couple times today, I thought I was pulling in a bluegill, and it ended up being a spotted. There we go. What is this? This feels bigger. Oh, it's a Suwannee. I think it's a Suwannee. It's definitely a bass. Is it a Suwannee or a largemouth? Let me reach down here and actually he's hooked pretty well, I think. All right, nice little Suwannee. All right, so it is our second Suwannee of the day, but the first one that I'm actually able to show you, and he was actually hooked really well. So yeah, Suwannee bass, related to all the other black bass, smallmouths and largemouths and whatnot. People say that this is like the smallmouth of Florida because there are no smallmouths in Florida, but this guy doesn't get too big. Really feisty fish. They always fight really well. Really cool catch. So that might be my favorite catch of the day so far. There we go. There's a fish. Let's get him through all that algae or whatever this thing is on the surface. And it's another spotted. All right, so another absolutely beautiful spotted sunfish. The last couple were a little bland in color and pattern, but this guy makes up for it. Also got some nice red on him. Really pops nicely. So another nice little spotted. Let's go ahead and get him back, and let's try to catch one more here before we call it a day. Oh, there's a fish. Another little sunfish. All right, on the smaller side once again, but another okay, average looking spotted sunfish. I did just see like a pound and a half, maybe 2 pound Suwannee bass here in one of these deeper holes under the log over there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get him. Anyway, another little spotted sunfish. We'll get him back. Make a few more casts, but I think this is probably going to do it. Alright guys, so that's going to do it. I would say this is not only a success, but my best fishing session here in North Florida so far over the last 2 days. No new species, but we weren't really going for new species. I didn't think I was going to catch one on a little caddisfly anyway. But the caddisfly did come through. The Nico caddisfly, green pumpkin color, even though it looked purple. The fish absolutely loved it today. A lot of spotted sunfish, and then 3 black bass, 2 different species. We got 1 largemouth and 2 Suwannees, and it's just a good day. I love this kind of fishing. I love wading, love these smaller creeks, and this rod was also really good. The 5-foot Ultralight moderate action, I think it is. Sandcore panfish series, really good for these smaller creeks. It's only 5 foot, so you don't have to worry about hitting any trees as you're kind of walking through the forest, or if you're casting overhead, there's no overhanging branches you got to worry about because this thing is so small. And all these fish feel really, really good on that ultralight gear. So this was just a blast. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.